So today I'll be checking out Caitlin Clark's new teammate, last year's Rookie of the Year, last year's first overall pick. A lot of people are like talking about how this is going to be a very great tandem, like, you know, Shaq and Kobe, or John Stockton and Karl Malone and things like that. I don't think Caitlin Clark is John Stockton because she scores a lot. John Stockton was just more of an assist guy, so I think he's more of a Shaq and Kobe. Hopefully, it doesn't turn out the way Shaq and Kobe turned out. Maybe 3 straight titles isn't bad, but I'm saying in terms of like the rifts that happen, because at the end of the day, if you have 2 players that are capable of winning the MVP, it's a problem. It's going to be a problem because one player would feel like they deserve to be the MVP and another person will feel like they deserve to be the MVP, and that would cause an issue. But let me see how she does, how she plays. I know she's 6'5", she plays big, like she's like a center or a forward, I don't know, forward center. And let me see how great she is. So Aliyah Boston.
Inbound Wheeler, Indiana needs a 3. Wheeler tiptoeing the baseline out to Boston. Boston will hoist.
Whoa, she can shoot. She can also shoot. Okay, the pick and pop is going to be sick. That pick and pop is going to be sick.
Big minutes 2 here for Maya Caldwell. Caldwell gets inside, lost the handle, gets it back. Shot clock down to 7. Shovels to Boston, who fakes and scores.
Wow. Okay.
Berger finds some space, leaves it short. Boston, another offensive rebound. She leads the WNBA on the offensive glass, and she goes right back.
Really, she leads the league in offensive rebounds as a rookie. It's crazy.
25 points off turnovers doesn't hurt either. Again, a post touch for Boston.
Whoa!
Boston
what a move!
That game in Indianapolis, when you're a young team and you're taking on the world champions, and
that is Las Vegas Aces.
That's how you gain your confidence.
Woo!
You got that right.
That's against Candice Parker.
Aliyah Boston.
There's Mitchell, crossover, entry. It's Nalissa Smith, Julianne. There's Boston in the kick out. First 3-point try of the game is money.
I mean, look at all this crowd. I know it's not as thick as the NBA crowd, but there are people here watching these games, and this is a regular season game. It's not as bad as I thought.
Boston back on. Shot clock down to 3. She muscles that one up good.
She's having none of that early, forcing Christy Sides to call
the empty seats here,
out of that timeout, right to Boston inside, up and in.
There won't be any empty seats anymore.
Offensive rebound.
Indiana Fever games.
For Indiana. Berger back for Boston, hustling inside, good position. Boston with a finish.
She's incredible.
You're just expected to be able to shoot everywhere. Boston, quick first step.
And I try like the way her hair flares all over the place when she plays. This is what I want to see. Yeah, I know it sounds sexist, well, whatever. Like I'm just being honest. You know, if I'm watching women play, I want them to look like women. In my opinion, that's just how I look at it. So I like the way her hair is just flaring all over the place.
Indiana has also been in multiple close games over the course of the last few weeks. They just lost by 4 to the Aces. They're hungry to finish.
They have 6 overall with a steal. Over the
and she stands out with that red attachment. Is that like her?
Vivian's that time gives it up. Boston spin move. She gives the Fever.
Is that like her trademark?
Vivians gets inside, runs out of room. Back for Wheeler inside Boston.
Red and purple.
Muscles inside and finishes.
Rebound taken down by Indiana. Mitchell re-racks and fires no. Aliyah Boston, there's where you don't want to have it if you're a Seattle Storm fan, because Aliyah Boston is going to finish all of those.
Back to Boston. Boston takes it in.
Wow, she's incredible.
Just so deadly on the glass.
Boston sets the screen, rolls, one dribble.
Can you imagine that with Caitlin Clark?
Are you kidding?
More about the team than herself every time. As the shot goes up, she tries to clean it up. It's batted around. She gets another chance. One too many. And Fever on the board first.
Veteran against a rookie, too, with Boston.
First look at Aliyah Boston offensively. She converts.
Just that against Marina Mabry on Thursday. Wallace sees the double team, feeds Boston. Boston the shot fake, got Parker in the air.
Look at that pump fake. Wow, she's sick.
Stokes back on, matched up against Boston, and Boston just kept working her way into the left side.
Wow, she's so great. For a rookie, she's definitely an MVP candidate. This could be a problem with Caitlin Clark. This could be a problem. Clark is also supposed to be an MVP candidate, right? Wow, I hope this works. I hope this works, man.
Wheeler floats it up, another rebound for Boston, who puts it back. 91-89, and the rookie with a big-time bucket.
WNBA career without an Alyssa Smith beside her. You'll get even more of the focus, the defensive attention here this afternoon. Boston backing in on Jones, good position, and flips it in.
Especially other players that can really appreciate this level of talent.
Hoops is hoops. Aliyah Boston.
Boston, a deep two, she connects. Boston back in, Boston taking it at Deladon, Boston spinning.
Whoa!
He wins the matchup.
Whoa!
Was the low point, I think, at 1-7. Boston, the turnaround goes.
Wallace, bounce pass, Wheeler fires. Good look, Boston rebound, Boston put back. Now the silver lining of these injuries is the Fever get them right into the All-Star break. As Boston, backdoor pass, it's Wheeler.
3 of 5, then they went a little drought. They missed their last 3, and now they're heating up again.
Inside to Aliyah Boston, she has to her total.
Guys, you know what I've just noticed? The NBA, all these moves that she's making in the post, I barely see it in the NBA these days. I barely see it in the NBA. This move, this post moves I'm seeing her make.
Caldwell draped on Williams. Here is Elizabeth Williams. Back for Courtney. Shot fake. Had it deflected. Oh, that's all Boston. And Boston the outlet pass. Smith gets behind the defense and lays it in.
Communication for Indiana, who almost turned it over, but somehow saved it. And now Diamond Miller almost got a hand on it, but the end result is an Aliyah Boston field goal.
Mitchell picks up Mike Plum. Boston in the high post. She had a lot of room to move and works her way in.
Man, look at those moves.
16 assists against Minnesota in this building.
Smith behind the arc.
Oh!
Boston puts it up. Some contact inside. No whistle.
That is Asia Wilson.
They let him.
Damn, let me look at that again.
Smith behind the arc.
Whoa!
Sideboard. Boston puts it up. Some contact.
That's Asia
inside.
Wilson.
No whistle. They let him play.
Maria Vivian's in trouble, picks up her dribble.
Wow.
And here's Mitchell now with 6 to shoot. What a bounce pass.
Oh!
Boston pump fake. She got Kone in the air, and she's got another deuce.
Along the baseline, can't quite get the reverse, but Boston can put it away. One more try.
Could you imagine how spread the floor would be when she has Caitlin Clark just hanging out there in the wing? Ah!
Untouched. Less aggressive on the ball.
She could win the MVP.
Boston slips inside and lays it in. Here's Boston backing in. Boston trying to muscle her way through, fading.
Oh!
Has not trailed in the extra session. They have not trailed since the second quarter. Indiana's been right on their tail lately as Boston goes back to work.
Boston has been fed early in Connecticut. Nice finish by Boston.
Mitchell more than capable of that. She's got 21 all of a sudden. Mitchell on the drive, gets inside. Hands off Boston.
Just immediately died and rolled off. 10 now to shoot here for Wheeler, defended by Courtney Williams. We play on. Boston with the offensive rebound and putback.
Hoping to seal it here in the final 3+ minutes of the fourth quarter. Boston spinning on you, Aliyah Boston. She's not done.
Number one job on this end of the floor is number 1. Melissa Smith in blue. You have got to cool her down. Aliyah Boston.
Her numbers, assist to turnover, have been eye-popping, astonishing. Name your descriptive term. Boston, wow.
She's deceptively strong. She looks kind of soft, you know, like a girl, but she's deceptively very strong.
Boston battling with Jones.
Just muscling people all over the place.
We'll talk with Aliyah Boston after this one on her magnificent night as Wheeler right up the middle. Couple more for Boston.
Sky's gotten some good looks the last couple of possessions. How about that? On the break.
Best friend, she said. when she was interviewed by our Megan Triplett.
An empty pair from the line there for Jackie Young. Vivian's inside. There's Boston.
Wow. I like when I don't see that. That's her head just going all over the place.
That's a professional move.
Name teams in the league. That means this game's going to come down to boxing out.
Boston again.
With the Liberty still holding on to a 6-point lead here in the first half in Indianapolis. Mitchell feeds tight quarters. It's Boston.
Check my stats, but I think she was 5 for 6 at halftime, and she's still 5 for 6, and there's her first shot attempt.
Be a confidence builder for Indiana.
Mismatch inside. Wheeler somehow got it to Boston.
And I think that timeout came at a right time. I mean, the game is full of runs, so being able to refocus and really make it easy for Aliyah Boston, just little things like that. Hey.
Ryan Howard, 15 points, leads all scores. Wheeler drops it. Here is Boston, who connects. Wheeler off the Boston screen. Wheeler gets inside. Wheeler through the contact, no whistle. Boston the stick back. There's Smith with the offensive rebound for Indiana. Fever 7th. Boston goes to work, makes it home.
Man.
Good position. There's Boston, who ran into a wall, and Wilson. Boston pivoting. Parker now has 10 points and 5 rebounds. Boston with 11 points and a couple of blocks. This time it's Boston's turn, and the offensive Aliyah Boston wins the battle.
Wow.
The Liberty will likely be without a center here for the final 6-12. Can Boston and the Fever take advantage? That's a good start. We've seen terrific support here from the Indianapolis community to start the season. Boston, a big reason why.
Possessions where we don't go
Yeah, imagine how it's going to be Caitlin Clark.
Inside, there's the double team. She tries to split up and through.
Alyssa Thomas 0 for 5 in the game against New York, 1 for 6 tonight.
Christie sides some nice minutes, so too is Boston. Boston turns, pivots,
Oh!
and finishes.
Wow, look at that move.
Give Boston some ISO opportunities perfectly, and then that trail 3 makes her lethal in the offense.
Oh!
And count the bucket.
Collier. Ooh, the slap by Boston. And Indiana's leading scorers are just very quiet so far in this first half. Juhasz trying to find room to work. Good defense by Boston.
Yeah, the Aces led in the first
Okay,
quarter
against
back into the
Asia.
fourth.
Oh!
As Wilson gets sandwiched, gets another
Oh!
chance. Just barely got the shot up.
Wow.
This team is making
She's
massive
also a great
improvement
defender
in the
as well.
last few years where they just struggled.
Whoa!
Cut there by Jewel.
They're right back in this within game for each.
Howard gets by Wallace, runs into Boston, who denies her. This game is flipped on its head after the Mercury led by 9. It's now a Fever 9-point advantage, blocked by Boston.
Want to get some easy points in transition. That's exactly what the Fever do right there.
4 points for Smith in the block. Denial by Boston.
Who's that
Knowing
lady?
Kelsey Mitchell, it's not surprising.
Thomas trying to bully her way inside. Good defense by Boston, who stands her ground.
The space that she just created made it nearly impossible to even contest that. That's that gear that we talked about with Kelsey Mitchell.
Boston comes up with a steal, gets it ahead to Hull. Dangerfield somehow chases it down. It's already the 5th offensive rebound for Dallas, but they turn it over.
Not her usual 1 to 5 foot.
So the only thing is just, it's not a time to trade baskets. You want to be able to really put a dent in the lead, and one way you do that is...
Look at that defense. Look at that defense. Wow!
How does Boston do that?
Wow!
That pass out of midair.
Wallace. Oh. Go inside.
Oh! Wow! Nice pass. Look at that two-person game between her and Clark is going to be sick.
5 and 8. They were 5 and 31 last season. As the backdoor cut is good, the reverse for Mitchell.
Just continuing to dominate. It doesn't matter what team she's on.
16 at New York.
Wow, while watching that, I'm just like, man, this lady is so good. No wonder she was able to make the All-Star team as a rookie. No wonder. I saw her statistics. I think she averaged 14 points per game. Hopefully that should be more this season. But what I've always wondered is, like, when you play with better players, sometimes your stats go down. That is a problem. So I don't know if she plays with Clark. I personally do believe that some of the other scorers in the team should be traded for defensive players. I think the main scorer should be like 3 people most of the time. That's how I see it. And the remaining ones should just be like role players, because I think if you have 2 MVP candidates, not candidates, potential players with MVP potential like Clark and Boston, you could have a third wheel. I think the third wheel should be, from what I've seen so far, when I was looking at the stats, I think Nalisa Smith should be the third person. Kelsey Mitchell, I think she scores well. She's a great scorer, but I think when having Clark there, her scoring is not that important anymore. Will she be fine just hanging out, being like a spot-up shooter? I'm not sure about that. So she's the one I think they should trade. That's just my own personal opinion, because I think she's too good to just be a spot-up shooter. So I think they should trade her for a couple of pieces that can spot up and play defense, leave the scoring for Clark and Boston. I think that's the only way these 2 players would be able to coexist. Because if you have other people sharing the shots with them, I think it's going to cause a rift, because I'm sure Boston averaging 14 points in her rookie season, she would expect to average more than that as her career goes forward. So hopefully it never turns into a Shaq Kobe issue. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace.